Hey there mamas, this is Lee with Creative Two-Time Mom. This is going to be a video about doing a Lego City birthday party on a budget. Now I have a really generous family who helps us out and very creative family who does a lot of things by hand and helps me out with birthday party stuff. So a few of these things might not apply to you. You might have to spend a little bit more, but it can be done. If you're willing to put in a little bit of extra crafty time ahead of the party, you can absolutely do a Lego party on a budget. The first thing we started out with was birthday invitations, and if you go online, there's a template. I will try to link it below if I can find it. There's a template for a Lego head. So I waited for cardstock to go on sale at Joann's, yellow, and I traced out and cut out all these Lego heads, and then I just printed on the back from a Word document when the party was and everything. And since I got cardstock on sale, I did about 16 birthday invitations for $1. So it was very awesome. I did the 4 sheets for $1 sale at Joann's. The biggest thing I paid for was postage this year. They do run a little bit more expensive. You have to put 2 stamps on them because of the size that they are. I made mine a little bit bigger, and so it was 2 stamps, and all our family lives out of town, plus a lot of our, we switched churches, a lot of our friends we invited, we had to mail their invitations, so I spent $6.25 on postage this year. It's the most I've ever spent on postage. We played 3 or 4 games. It's been a couple months, so I can't remember all of them. We played Toss the Lego, and I bought one of those colored poster boards from Walmart and cut it into rings like you would for skee ball. And we used the Duplo size. I didn't want to use the tiny itty bitty Legos, so we used the Duplo size and tossed them, and each ring was worth a certain amount of points. So every kid got a certain amount of Legos that they could try to see how many points they could get. We did an obstacle course, which was completely free. We used stuff from around the house. The kids spun around a baseball bat. They climbed through a tunnel. They had to kick a ball. I think they kicked a ball through cones. They had to jump on the trampoline. I will link that birthday party video below as well. It's just clips from the party, singing happy birthday, more like family memory stuff, but you can get some ideas from that too. We played bobbing for apples. So I took a Rubbermaid storage container. I use it a lot of times for the school books that we're not currently using. I just cleaned that out, filled it with water, and I took apples from my uncle's orchard. So that game was completely free for us. And then we played a Pin the Shark Lego City game. This is one I purchased from Amazon. I was able to get it for free shipping from a private seller, and it was a scene of the robbers who were trying to swim away from the police boat, and you had to pin the shark in the water. So, oh, and it came with this cute little Lego head mask, which is very cute. I spent $4 on that. Figured that was worth saving my sanity of trying to draw something this year. Let's see. Oh, I did, because my son's birthday is in October, I was trying to think of a good goodie bag giveaway, and I went to the store and I got organic Granny Smith apples. The Granny Smith aren't as soft, and so they hold up better, and we dipped caramel apples and we sprinkled them with fall colors, so that was their prize to take home. I spent $8 on those. Those were kind of expensive. Not really when you think about you're sending one home with each kid. I did the small ones, but that was one of the most expensive items at the party. So if I was only spending $8, it was a pretty good party. $35 on food, and that's really stretching it because we had a lot of leftover chips and dip and vegetables and stuff that we just threw into our snack bin for the following week. So a lot of that was kind of absorbed into the family budget. That is a great tip that I have. I try never to do a birthday party at mealtime. I know that sounds cheap, but we just can't afford it. We have almost 20 people, just family alone that show up, not even friends. So I always plan a party around the afternoon, 1 to 3, 2 to 4. If my little guys are little, like my 2-year-old this year, we did do a meal because I knew he was going to be too tired in the afternoon. But once my kids get past that and they can kind of delay their afternoon nap, I go for an afternoon party. So $35 for food. That included punch, chips and dip, vegetables and dip, fruit and dip. I did popcorn. I did pretzels. That also included the ice cream. So $35 is pretty good. I had $16 in decorations, and a lot of that went into the trademark stuff. Off Amazon, I ordered 1 package of napkins, 1 or 2 packages of cups, I'm not sure, and I think just 1, and 1 package of cake plates. And then beyond that, because there's only 8 in each one, but I knew that was going to be about that many kids, I also went to the dollar store and I purchased, I focused on red, blue, and yellow this year, primary colors. So I purchased streamers in those colors, I purchased balloons in those colors, I purchased extra snack plates and cake plates for the adults. I just do the trademark stuff for the kids. And this is a tip for the dollar store. You'll go in the party section and they have the colored little cups. They come 8 to a package for $1. Or if you go into the house goods section, I get those plastic red cups. They also have blue now, pink, purple, green. I got red, and there's like a ton of them in a package for the same price. And it's just because they're not in the party section. So make sure you check out all sections of the store. I was completely excited to find that one. So cups, streamers, balloons, plates, extra napkins, a tablecloth, and I think that, oh, and if you go back to the birthday party, you'll see a banner. So another tip I have, my mom or myself, I usually make a banner for every birthday party with kids' names on them, but then I keep them in one of those plastic shoe bins from the dollar store, and I reuse them. This year, his birthday party, like I said, I focused on red and blue, and red is his favorite color, so I had a red and white banner that I reused. I also had a banner that was all primary colored dots for my 2-year-old's Sesame Street birthday party, and I reused that as well. So if you hang on to those things, a lot of times you can reuse them.
Did you do the prize presents?
The prize presents, yes, I did. The caramel apples.
No, the ball shooters.
Oh no, we bought ball shooters. That was the prizes for if you won a game. We got ball shooters at the dollar store. Those were kind of fun. And I spent $3 on those. As far as, let's see, so that was all the decorations. Kind of miscellaneous. I also found on the internet a template for a Lego minifigure. So as kids were arriving, they got to color them and create their own. If they wanted to make a knight, if they wanted to make a princess, if they wanted to make an astronaut, if they wanted to make a police officer, if they wanted to make a firefighter, whatever. I ran about 10 copies of those, so that cost me $1 at Kinko's. I did a pinata this year, which was super easy. Easiest and most durable pinata I've ever made. I have been, because it's October, I kind of was already buying birthday presents for the fall and some Christmas stuff. So as I was getting stuff from Amazon, I watched for kind of a medium-sized rectangular box, and I stuck it back in my craft corner until I could get a hold of it, and I filled it with all the candy first, spray painted it red, because of course my son, red every time, and then I bought a roll of, well actually I had extra crepe paper from the decorations that I used, and I hot glued it all the way around the box, fringed it, and then put Lego circles made out of construction paper. I had 6, I think, on the longest side of the Lego block. There were 6 round circles on both sides, and I just wrote Lego on them, so it looked like a Lego block. Sorry about that. My memory card was full, so I had to go try to erase something. things. I'm trying to get a couple videos done today, and so there was a lot of video on there. Anyways, the pinata. So I just made a rectangular red Lego block. One of the easiest pinatas I've ever made, and it cost me $1. The box was free. I had leftover red spray paint from another project, so I kind of just estimated how much that probably cost me, and it cost me about one of those rolls of crepe paper, and if you go to the dollar store and buy them, you get 2 in a package, so I figured that was about 50 cents. Not even quite a full roll, so about $1 for a pinata, not counting the candy. And then my husband, he's the best about hanging them. Can you turn it down a little bit, Lydia?
I'm sorry.
Lydia. He cuts holes in the side and then loops the rope through it and ties that, and then we just hang them in the front yard and the kids go crazy. So not counting the candy. Candy was probably about $5 because I picked it up from a clearance sale, just one of those great big bags of candy. So not counting the candy, it's pretty good. I'm not spending $20 for a beaten pinata. And the last thing was the cake. I provided the ice cream, but my mom loves to do that. I guess I didn't delete enough information off that memory card. So let's try this again. The last thing for the birthday party was the cake, and my mom has always done my kids' birthday cakes. So that's my next tip for you. If somebody is willing to help out, let them. Birthday cakes are not my thing. If I had to do my kids' birthday cakes, they would be just a disaster. So my mom has always offered to do the birthday cakes. She loves to decorate them. She loves coming up with the ideas and being creative that way. So birthday cake was free of charge for me. Grandma provided the cake. She provided all the decorations on it. It was awesome. Even if you have somebody who offers to make you a cake, if you just have to provide the cake mix, I would say go for it. If you think that it's going to come out good at all, absolutely take them up on it. My mom made my son decided this year he doesn't really like cake for some reason. I don't know why. So she made him a brownie cake where she baked the brownies and then kind of layered them and almost like this little mountain scene. She covered it with frosting, still did all the decorations of like the grass and everything, and did it into like a jungle theme, and then took some Legos that he had. They built a Jeep, and there was treasures, and they made snakes out of Tootsie Rolls, and they made trees out of Tootsie Rolls. She bought the little edible rocks, so it was pretty cool. She was laughing because my 8-year-old was just as much into, he had a vision for what it needed to look like, so they kind of created it together. She came up with the brownie idea and the mountain, the kind of jungle idea, and then they ran with it together. So that's always a blessing that she makes the kids' cake. With all that together, I spent around $85. I totaled it earlier, but I didn't factor in the candy. So around $85 for the birthday party, which I think is pretty good. I try to stay under $100. I always do my birthday parties at home so that I don't have to rent out a place. Plus, I feel like I have a ton more flexibility. Yes, I have to provide the entertainment instead of going like bowling or something. I'm holding off on those things till my kids get a little bit older, but like I said, we pulled together an obstacle course at the last minute just from things we had around the house, and I couldn't have done that if I was going somewhere else to do a birthday party, and I couldn't have done this party on a budget if I was going somewhere else. I always do them at home. That's a big tip because it's free of charge. Everybody knows where you live, and it's just, you can pull that last minute stuff if you have to. It's easier to grab things out of the cupboard instead of being somewhere and having to send somebody home to get it. So that was our Lego birthday party on a budget for my 8-year-old. I hope this gives you some ideas. Have fun being creative. Talk to you later, mamas.